From 2019 through 2022, I experienced the longest stall of my life. Okay, it wasn't just any old weight loss stall, since somewhere along the way, I regained 50 of the 100 pounds I lost with keto and fasting. But there were plenty of times throughout those 3 years where I tried everything I could to lose weight, but I couldn't get my scale to budge. One of the worst parts about weight loss is feeling like you're doing everything you can only for your scale to stare at you week after week with the exact same number. The good news is, I finally figured out how to bust through my never-ending weight loss stall. Even better news, I learned a thing or two about a thing or two, and now I can help you bust through your weight loss plateau too. If you've been around the Nissa Graun block a time or two, and yes, that sounds way stranger than I intended, then you already know where I'm going with tip number 1. And that's, if your scale isn't moving, you're probably not tracking. When you're not tracking what you eat or how much you move, then how can you even begin to understand the cause of your stalled results? After all, if you were baking a cake and you just started adding whichever ingredients seemed right and in the amounts that you felt like, but the cake blows up, how do you even know where you went wrong if you actually didn't follow a carefully laid out recipe? You don't. But do you blame the cake recipe that you didn't follow? Or is it more likely that you should have paid closer attention to which ingredients you added to the cake and in which amounts? The same thing holds true for your weight loss plan. When you add the wrong ingredients and in the wrong amounts,
Molly, you in danger, girl.
then your plan could very well blow up. But here's the thing, you don't need a complete lifestyle overhaul in order to overcome your weight loss stall. Perhaps there's just some things about your plan that need to be a little bit tweaked. Maybe dropping 1 or 200 calories per day will get the scale moving again. Or maybe moving from 6,000 to 8,000 steps per day is the change that you need. But if you have no idea where you are with calories and movement, then you don't really know what to tweak. That brings us to the second way you can break a weight loss stall, which is to move more. When I say move more, I am not talking about killing yourself on the treadmill. In fact, in some cases, killing yourself with cardio can actually make the weight loss stall even harder to break. One reason for this is if you're someone who deals with a lot of life stressors, lowering calories in an attempt to lose weight adds another stressor to your stress bucket. If you continue to add stressors like too much intense cardio, then this could make your stress bucket overflow, which makes weight loss even harder. That's because too much stress leads to unnecessary cortisol spikes. And while some spikes are necessary, constant cortisol spikes are the enemy of fat loss. Another reason overdoing cardio can contribute to a weight loss stall is intense exercise can tire you out. So if you spend 45 minutes running, but then morph into a couch potato for the rest of the day, then you'll probably burn less calories than if you were more active for a longer portion of the day. So while some cardio is helpful for improved health, when it comes to adding more movement, start with adding more neat movement. Things like parking at the back of the lot, or taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or walking to the bar bathroom. All of these add up to extra calories burned throughout the day. And now they're just a part of your lifestyle. When you form the habit of naturally fitting extra movement into your day, that's when reaching your weight loss goal becomes way more effortless. And since these are all moderate activities, they won't tire you out like overdoing cardio can. The best way to track adding more neat movement is by tracking steps. If you're new to tracking, use a smartwatch to figure out where you are now. Then aim to add somewhere between 1,000 to 2,000 steps each day till you hit around 8,000 to 10,000 steps most days. Reason number 3 that could lead to a weight loss stall is maybe you're doing a good job at tracking meals, but you're not doing a good job at tracking all of the food you eat. As innocent as sneaking licks, bites, and nibbles seems, they all add extra calories to your day. In fact, just a few quick licks can add hundreds of calories. So if you're in the habit of finishing the food off of your kid's plate, or maybe you grab a few chips while making your kid's lunch, please understand that this very well could be the culprit to your weight loss stall. A few potato chips here and a lick of the spoon there, these add up to hundreds of extra calories when done throughout the day. And since you may only be in a 20% calorie deficit with a moderate plan, a few hundred calories is enough to kill your calorie deficit completely and land you in a weight loss stall. To fix this, you'll either have to stop with all of the licks, bites, and nibbles, or you'll have to be more diligent about tracking everything you put into your mouth throughout the day. Finally, the fourth reason your scale could be stalling is you're not focusing on the other big pillars of an effective fat loss plan, like getting enough sleep or finding ways to reduce stress. Even though it's true that you do need to eat less calories than you burn in order to lose weight, it is equally as true that if you don't prioritize sleep and stress reduction, then you could be spinning your weight loss wheels with whatever weight loss plan you follow. We already talked about the cortisol spikes being the enemy of fat loss. But let's add another reason as to why stress can wreak so much havoc. Did you know when you experience unnecessary cortisol spikes, these could actually slow down your metabolism? Because they can. When you experience too many rises in cortisol throughout the day, your body stores excess fat and calories in order to help you cope with stress. And a slower metabolism means you have to eat even less if you want to lose weight. But eating even less could result in another cortisol spike if you go too low with calories. So not finding ways to control stress results in this vicious circle of weight loss followed by weight regain. And while not getting adequate sleep comes with its own set of problems like uncontrollable cravings and making less than optimal food choices, continually not getting quality sleep can also lower your metabolism over time. There are studies that show that while two people may lose the same amount of weight on a calorie-controlled diet, of these two people, the one who is sleep deprived loses mostly muscle, while the one who is well rested loses mostly fat. Losing muscle on a diet is bad news bears, since this is a surefire way to slow your metabolism down over time. Want to know what happens to someone who loses weight but slows her metabolism down too much because she is only focused on weight loss versus fat loss? She regains everything she lost plus more because now she has even less muscle than when she started. This means her metabolism is slower. So now if she wants to take the weight off again, it will be even harder since she will have to do so on even less calories. So as you can see, prioritizing sleep and stress reduction is kind of a big deal when it comes to getting your scale moving. Okay, so there's 4 things you need to fine tune before declaring your diet a failure. But wait, how do you even know that you're in a weight loss stall? Because 95% of women watching this video aren't. And making any changes could completely wreck your progress. So before you make any tweaks that could destroy all of your hard work, you should watch this video next.